Hello, let's argue.
We are back again. This is Two Bros, One Brew. And
Two bros with the one brew.
this is episode 10. We are here streaming from the compound, as you've seen many times before. And tonight's special guest will be our good mutual friend, Mr. Tim Leach.
What's cracking?
Yep. Tim Leach, what would you describe your political views as just, right, left, center?
I'm a filthy liberal left wing, so this should be interesting.
As always, we welcome anyone who isn't fucking insane to join us and talk to us.
Anyone
about what
who
they
has an open mind.
that, isn't insane.
I feel
An
this
open mind,
is
what's
actually really funny because Tim is on my left and Kevin is on my right. And here I am in the center.
And
We
Tim-
planned this.
And Tim is on the dark side, and I'm on the light side. See?
There we go.
All right.
I jest.
Hello
Sure.
to
There you go.
our...
Tim, to your health, for that matter. To your health.
Amen.
All
to
right.
your health.
This evening,
Two bros,
we are drinking something
bro,
given to us by our good friends, the Spencer Trappist monks. Whoops, this way is the camera.
Yeah, man.
And,
Monks brewed that shit.
Yeah.
That's an endorsement.
So this is the India Pale Ale, and honestly, it's quite interesting. It's very herbal for a IPA.
Pretty strong flavor.
Mm.
For an IPA, kind of jumped right out at you. And I'm more of a lager and pilsner kind of guy, but I like this one.
Yeah, it's got a touch of a bite to it. And what would you say, for that matter? Because you're not saying shit.
I would say it's a very good IPA. I think it pairs well with New England Cider Company's Saison and definitely their fresh blend, which we are having now. Nice sweet note to the bitterness and really evens out. And I think it makes a really good pairing.
I also liked it.
All right.
I can contribute too.
I can say things.
That's why we brought you on. Now, it would seem Drew Brekus has left us a wonderful comment. Are we addressing that now or later?
Let's address it now. It says, I heard two bros, one Jew. Did I hear accurately?
I would disagree. You heard two bros, one brew, because we have.
But brew in triple parentheses.
I mean, okay. I will allow this.
We got a shout out from Jersey.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Hey, John.
Do you know him?
Yeah, he's
Awesome.
my bud. We've been friends for 9 years.
You know,
Any friend who is a friend of Tim's is a friend of mine. Cheers to this.
Cheers.
10 years. Rick and
Skål.
Morty, 10 years. 11 seasons.
All right.
what about Rick?
What are you talking about, Harold?
What are you talking about, Morty?
We have a new bit where two old guys arguing about the most obscene things possible.
You like two guys. You like one brew. Bam! Two boys, one brew.
All right. So today's topics, do you want them or shall I? I wouldn't mind.
List them out.
All right, so today we've decided that we're going to be talking about the recent Jerusalem referendum with Trump and moving the embassy. We're going to talk about August Ames, who was the most recent porn star to commit suicide as the result of SJW bullying.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
The California fires, specifically the ones that are threatening, what is it, Los Angeles? Or
It's the LA and Southern California coast.
We're going to add some news segments. This one is these two guys.
We're going to be doing a segment on the latest episode of Dragonball.
Dragonball Super. It's a good show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 years.
Father, son.
All right.
And,
Oh, yeah.
we'll get to that.
We're
The
going to be picking up
reactions
to
the Infinity War trailer.
definitely.
Avengers.
Most important.
Amazing.
Tim, Charlie, we're at
and then we have some theories about the Last Jedi, the Star Wars movie coming out. I have a few things to say on that.
Oh boy!
Then we're turning to the WWE Survivor Series, which is interesting
again
because
something these two guys. Can
I'm going to
discuss.
WrestleMania. John, you're watching. We're going to that in April. That'll be dope.
And you're not referring to John Cena.
And his name is John Cena.
Dude, if John Cena were a member in Let's Argue.
Yo, I could just see him destroying people. All right. And the sexual allegations in
Is
the
that what you
Democratic
really
Party.
think?
Yes, the sexual allegations.
Regarding Al Franken and Conyers and
yeah.
so on and so forth. So that should be some fun things to talk about.
Lots to pack
All
into.
right. Let's argue. So
okay, Dan. Quick thing.
Dan Carroll,
Dan
a haunted
Carroll.
chandelier. Now, last
right.
I knew, there were some places on the internet you
All
could
right,
probably find.
here's the thing.
I don't know if you ever played Pokemon. They made one that's an actual ghost chandelier. So if you ever play Pokemon Black and White, they have that. Or if you play Pokken Tournament, which is like the Tekken fighting games, but with Pokemon, it's a fighting character. You can kick someone's ass.
Let me
as a ghost chandelier.
Let me tell you.
Tim and I can both agree that Luigi's Mansion is a good place to find a haunted chandelier as well.
Let me tell you. I know a guy goes by the name Johnny Gumball. He's got the name from his time in the Slammer when he violently attacked his celly because he stole, you guessed it, his virginity. Long story short, he's got connections to all the major crime groups across the U.S. of A, the Bloods, the Crips, the Arthur Avenue Crew, the Latin Kings, 1/3 of the Wu-Tang Clan. Not going to drop any names, but the RZA be dropping more than fire tracks, if you know what I'm saying. Someone told me he even knows some guys in the Yakuza through some anime forum post on. Anyways, he runs this huge crime conglomerate across the continental U.S. with locations in almost every town. You want drugs? You name it. He's got it. Homegrown Mary Jane, prescription strength opiates, coke, and Viagra that'll keep you hard for 3 days straight. Trust me, that stuff works a miracle, especially when you're down in Nevada at the Mustang Ranch and you want a sample of all the flavors of Grade A Prime, if you know what I'm saying.
So
you need weapons? How about a tank? He's got you covered with a huge supply of military-grade weapons for cheap prices. Just go into any McDonald's and order the following. A McDouble stuffed big boy with an order of large frijoles. Wait. Hold the soy sauce. The cashier will tell you that I don't carry it. That's your cue to walk into the back of the kitchen. Refuse to leave. The police will come. Don't worry, they're in on it. And bring you to a special jail cell where you stay until someone posts bail for you. That's where you meet Johnny Gumball himself. Follow all those steps and you'll find what you're looking for.
So, I followed everything you just said. What was all that?
It's all about finding
it's copy pasta. Whenever anybody says, "Do you have?" You know where I can find this.
For a second, I thought this podcast was sponsored. I'm like, damn, you've been making strides in these 10 episodes.
This is sponsored by Johnny Gumball.
Oh my god! You had a beer called Gumball earlier, so close enough.
Did I?
Oh, Daniel Bryan.
I should tell you about what kind of parties we throw at the compound.
New Year's. Yeah.
It hasn't even changed the year yet.
Alrighty, so do you want to get started on the topics after that huge copy pasta stream?
Let's pick up with that Jerusalem. Yeah.
So, fellas, clue me in here, because I kind of just picked up tidbits about it this morning. Like, Donald Trump was the first president to acknowledge Jerusalem as the capital,
the capital of Israel.
No, you got it. Yeah, the capital of Israel. Mm-hmm. So apparently, good old Donnie Trump here, our current DJT, decided that he's going to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, which apparently we voted on some number of years ago, and nobody's done it despite many campaign promises. So as it stands, we now are moving our embassy from Tel Aviv, which last I understood was the capital of Israel, to Jerusalem, which, frankly, I mean, I'm right wing. I'm not sure I totally agree with this. It seems like a really stupid idea.
I have a prepared statement on this matter.
Just real quick. What exactly are the implications behind him acknowledging?
So Jerusalem,
there and take this, yeah.
From a religious and cultural standpoint, is the hub of all the Abrahamic religions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Any one of the major three religions had their start in Jerusalem.
I see. So
Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. By making it the capital of Israel, you change the whole nature of that city into a political one.
I see.
And basically, you are shutting out any other religion who wants to make pilgrimage.
For that
I
matter,
see.
this is
Yeah.
something that pretty much everybody has avoided doing for thousands of years in one way or another, mostly because they understood that if they controlled Jerusalem, whether it was the Romans or otherwise, well, we might make it like the de facto capital of Judea or whatever, but or whatnot. I could be wrong, but we're literally not going to make a big deal of it because we're asking for trouble, because the Christians, the Jews, and the Muslims all come to this one place to be on holy ground, and God forbid you upset the delicate ecosystem essentially that is there.
I see.
God forbid, because you're asking for trouble. And
It'd make it double.
See, this is different because Trump doesn't occupy this land. It's allies of the United States. But I still don't agree with it because it's literally going to tick off all the Arabs, whether they're our allies or not.
Saudi Arabia already condemned it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're our ally currently.
It doesn't sound like there's any good that could come out of it.
Except making the
Palestine.
Israelis happy.
What's the benefit? What's the real benefit?
Making the Israelis happy.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Palestine has already declared acts of terrorism against the U.S. Embassy because of this.
Mm-hmm.
And Hamas has been taking a huge leap into
3 days of anger, if I recall.
Yep, that's it.
This is just it kind of seems like a bad idea all along, but it was a campaign promise. So Trump is basically trading. They won't get us now, but they'll get us later for, I can promise that I did something and then I can get reelected. I mean, again,
I can honestly see that being the agenda here, and it's another thing to kind of get people talking.
Certainly.
Get that ball rolling. I think we're actually kind of in consensus on this one. It's not really a good move.
Now, what I think should happen is they should. I've heard this on several different forums, several different threads, and Let's Argue, as well as other sources such as like /poll or whatever, that they should actually make Jerusalem into something of a Vatican City with an independent police force.
An international zone, essentially, yes. That
Correct.
sounds, that would be awesome.
So a place with no political power, but with ample protection so that anybody who believes in the faith can go there and feel at peace.
Certainly, and to keep the...
I think I can get behind that. I need to... I want to study more on the subject, but I think that would be... that sounds good on paper.
Well, I feel like it's one of those subjects that you could potentially study for 50 years and still not get the total dichotomy of or whatever.
Especially with its history, there's so much layers to this.
There's not just complex layers to this, but the fact that it's constantly changing even as well. The dynamic, just the numbers of people going in and out. Maybe one time you have more Jews than Christians, one time you have more Christians than Muslims, etc., etc. Right. And that just lines itself up for bad riots.
Right, but now this is basically saying, okay, we're going to have a huge influx. I've had a few of these. A huge influx of Jewish people into the
city to claim as their own, of course.
So
it's going to upset the ecosystem essentially.
It's interesting. Drew Breakfast wants to know what's our stance on Israel.
Two-state or one-state solution. Oh boy. I haven't.
I believe it should be the zero state because honestly, here's the thing: I don't think it should exist. I think that either it has to be like
international zone, essentially.
Yeah. Because if you make Israel's an artificial country that we should have never made in the first place. We angered the Palestinians, who could have been our allies. You never know.
I'd even argue it goes deeper than that if you look at the British history, but that's my own take. Not to interrupt you.
I just...
There's multiple ways to look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at it, but all I know is that the city of Jerusalem, with all its holy places, should be considered an international zone of peace,
and people should be safe there.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of what's been going on.
A safe zone.
I think we're all in consensus on that.
Certainly. I think my take on it is that I haven't decided to the one state or the two state solution. I really feel like both has major detractors. And I'm really looking for that third solution, whether it's an international zone or otherwise. But at this point, it's too late for that. The country of Israel already exists, as does Palestine as a separate entity. And frankly, at this point, they're going to war until it's over. And I really kind of want the U.S. to be hands-off isolationist with it, regardless of who is our ally or not. I really feel like the fact that we give a lot of money to Israel isn't really a good thing. We could be doing good things with that money back home. They seem to be a quite prosperous country. And I don't necessarily have a problem with the whole dual, defense pacts that we may have. But the idea of, when they go to war or they're bombing somebody, we're going to send them munitions for free. Regardless of whether they're munitions we have stockpiled or not, the American taxpayer paid for those. I don't see why we need to give them to another country so that the Palestinians can go, the Israelis are dropping U.S. cluster bombs on us, so on and so forth. This is many years ago during the Lebanon War, if I recall correctly. But either way, to me, it leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. I don't necessarily have a problem with supporting allies, but in that way, it just doesn't come across well to me.
Speaking of leaving a bad taste in my mouth, the August Ames situation.
Dude, that was not the best segue.
Yo, that is not the best segue.
I didn't mean it like that.
It'd be funnier if she didn't kill herself.
Neither did the SJWs. It's okay.
It's a porn star segue. That's funny.
I will be right back. I have an empty beer alert, so I need to refill this.
Empty beer alert. I was told what that was 5 minutes ago before the podcast started.
And you forgot.
No, it means you have to refill.
Yeah, it means I have to leave the podcast until I come back because I need a drink. So that means somebody else has to cover my segment for the time being until I get back.
Okay, so
you know what? We're gonna actually switch segments because he is going to fill his beer. So we're just gonna do the Dragon Ball Super.
You know what? Good. We're skipping ahead of it.
We're skipping ahead. We're going right to Dragon Ball Super. Okay,
so,
all right.
John, and other people who don't know about Dragon Ball Super, basically Goku and his friends are fighting for the fate of his universe. There are 12 universes. They're all fighting in a huge martial arts tournament, and only one universe will survive. The rest of them will be erased by the god of everything.
And the MVP gets one wish upon the Super Dragon Balls. You thought the Dragon Balls were cool? Guess what?
Super Dragon Balls.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Wish.
Here's the thing. The dragon is the size of a fucking universe, and you go inside that dragon to get to another dragon. Go inside that dragon, there's probably another dragon too.
It's fucking huge. Big Bang dragon.
And it basically has the power to basically do anything.
Yes. It's a great show. God damn. Watch Dragon Ball
thing.
Kai.
The Tournament of Power. The Tournament of Power is by far the best arc in Super.
I'd agree.
And
you get a lot of crazy people. You get these people who can transform into magical girls or men, and they can use the power of love to kick people's asses or turn giant. You got speed demons. You got people dressed as masked heroes. You got basically a self-inserted Superman into the arc, who's the major villain. Which Goku unlocked a new form, a new transformation to fight him. This ain't some Super Saiyan shit.
This is Ultra Instinct Omen. You forgot the Omen part.
Oh, the Omen. All right, real quick. All right.
Fine, we're talking about manly things like anime.
I know you don't have good taste, but anyway. Shots fired. For anime. But anyway, real quick. So at Dragon Ball Super, some real emotional stuff. Gohan was Goku's son. He had a character-defining moment, saving his mentor.
The best moment, I think, in the whole tournament arc, in my opinion. I'm a huge Gohan fan. I think the only moment in the series that tops that is the...
Please continue.
Oh, I thought that was a glass. I was going to be like, that's a lot more impressive that you're flipping the glass over and over again.
Don't you mean...
Shinderu.
That means you're already dead in Japanese.
the only moment that I think
Then
tops
you're
that
going off.
is the Master Roshi Kamehameha, where he basically brings back that wonderfully reanimated sequence between him training Goku and Krillin.
Master
which I think
Roshi
was
is just over 300 years old dude who's Goku's teacher, and he came back for this arc.
And the
he kicked
god,
ass, and he
the
was
god
awesome.
of destruction, Beerus,
A god.
asked for his name out of respect.
This
For
dude used to be weak as shit, and then he got acknowledged by a god. So Master Roshi fans, it was a good time.
It was amazing. But I think this moment with Gohan just barely edges it out because Piccolo, the one who he saved,
Gohan's teacher,
had saved him the exact same way. Not once, not twice,
but like
three times.
3 or 4 times. Yeah, he does.
Like 8 times if you count the movies.
Yeah, Piccolo comes in a lot. Piccolo's MVP. Everyone likes him. But yeah, and they did this combo move. So Gohan does the Kamehameha, which is like the basic one you see on TV. It's the huge laser beam out of his hands. But Piccolo has one that's kind of like a spiral drill, and he shoots it from his fingers.
The special beam cannon, or in Japanese, the Makan Kosapo.
Wow, you actually nailed the pronunciation.
I know it.
That's
I know this shit. Piccolo's my second favorite character.
You fucking weeb.
I am a weeb.
So, well, I can't talk. I've watched over 10,000 episodes of anime. It's pretty gnarly.
Meanwhile, back in real land.
Real land sucks.
Says the guy who watches 10,000 episodes of anime. All right. I have returned from an empty beer alert, and I am returning with a very, very special beer.
What you drinking?
I am drinking Founders Backwoods Bastard.
Oh.
This specifically, if I may read, expect lovely warm smells of single malt scotch, oaky bourbon barrels, smoke, sweet caramel, and roasted malts, a bit of earthy spice, and a scintilla of dark fruit.
Backwoods,
It's a kick-back sipper made to excite the palate, and this one was bottled on, it says March 12th of 2017 at 11.2% alcohol.
What is it?
Tim, I highly suggest. Aaron doesn't like bourbon barrels, but as a
here's
man
the
of
thing.
taste, you will enjoy taking a sip of this.
Here's the thing. Founders
Makes nothing good except for this.
I have not liked anything but their porter.
The porter wasn't bad.
Their porter was good because I liked it. I thought it was wonderful.
Butter. I can't believe it's not butter.
I can believe it's 11.2% alcohol, butter.
You better believe it.
Dude.
I will fucking shit on your pillow.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful. Look at this pour.
Ooh.
Look at this pour.
You gotta
can't
show
see
that to
this,
the camera.
I would, but it's on the computer, and I would dare not. Don't get too close. Too close. You will not like this, Aaron.
What a pristine pour.
Oh my god, it's slightly raisiny. Oh, careful.
Make a date with darkness, Ballast Point.
Yeah,
Victory
that's
at
a
sea
that's
day.
a glass that Aaron and I actually picked up together. Oh, give this a sound. Give this a smell. Got it? Do not spill a drop. It's more expensive than your life.
Ooh, my life is worth like 5 nickels, so that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's $15 a fucking 4-pack. So yeah,
man, that's
I'm glad that we accurately calculated the worth of your life.
that's a literal fuck ton of nickels.
Oh, there's some light chocolate up front, followed by all this fruit, and it comes up with this fruity, oaky vanilla note of just and some caramel, and it really is so smooth on the palate. Oh, this is
And that's
perfect.
exactly how I thought about Dragon Ball Super Episode 118.
Have it off the Expect Darkness side or
Ooh.
whatever it says.
Let me try.
So take a nice sip. Expect. It's not boozy in the least.
Live reaction, folks. Take a.
This is one of the best beers I've ever had in my life. It's really like drinking a single malt scotch, except in a beer. It really, really is.
No, I'm gonna give it one more shot.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
you know what?
Okay, fuck it.
You
Try
know
it.
what? You know what? You want me to
This one.
turn? You want me to turn on to this shit?
Yeah, fuck it. Try it. Just don't waste it.
You know, it's not as boozy as the last time I tried it.
No, not in the least.
And I think that's a really good thing.
Absolutely.
I definitely pick up a lot on the vanilla and
there's not a ton of wood in this. There isn't a lot of wood. It's mostly fruit.
I don't like the wood taste.
Do you really pick up on it? I don't. I pick up on the fruit.
I don't pick up on the wood, actually. I pick up more on like the almost a little bit boozy note to it, but I pick up hard on the vanilla.
Really? Do you like that?
I like that.
Okay.
That's
so
good.
What's your consensus on this beer? Would you actually drink a whole one, or would you just kind of sip one like you just did?
I would sip one off of somebody. I wouldn't drink a whole one myself, but I appreciate the taste.
So we get you a girlfriend that has interest in a barrel program, and then we let her do all the barrel tasting.
She can taste from my barrel.
So you think this is really good?
I liked it. I am not usually a fan of these types of beers, but I liked this one. I could finish a whole glass. I wouldn't want more than one in a row.
More than one. I wouldn't want more than one either. This is really a nice. I have the fire going back here in the compound, keeping us nice and warm.
Set the scene.
It's that way.
Yeah.
And it's really, really
campfire.
You kick up, join Let's Argue
You
next
know,
to the
even
fire.
talking about fire. Let's talk about California.
California fires. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
And
come
how
back to
bad those
Los Angeles,
are.
I'm guessing?
Yes.
I have a cousin who lives out there.
And you're not the only one.
He said he's safe, which is good.
That's good.
I'm really hoping these die down because.
Do you know about his property? His home?
Yeah, his neighborhood was issued a warning to stay inside. It didn't sound like he was in danger of his area being caught on fire, being hit by the firestorm, but it's still to take precautions. And he's keeping us updated on Facebook and stuff, so it should be fine.
Good.
I'm not too worried, but it's still, a huge concern over what's happening over there.
Okay. Well, honestly, my cousin's further to the south, but apparently he has some second or third cousins up in Los Angeles, and my cousin actually moved out of that area years ago.
Did he?
Yeah, but the whole family did. My aunt, uncle, and my two cousins actually. They both left because they were in the Carlsbad area, and there was bad fire. And several years prior, my uncle had to get the roof replaced, and he decided that they were going to get a stone roof of all things. Apparently, it's a thing.
I didn't know that was the thing until now.
It is, yeah.
You learn something new every day.
It was funny because it was recommended by the builder on the idea of, your house will sell better and you'll have better insulation qualities because this is a place that's hot during the day and cold at night. And as you know anything about stone, it absorbs heat and then it radiates it out overnight, so your house won't get cold, so you don't have to turn on the furnace. But the idea was simply that and it's waterproof. And what ended up happening was the whole neighborhood, everybody burned. And he was right on the cliff face. Everybody burned, and he should have burned. All his grass was gone, everything. But the house didn't burn. The siding was lightly scorched. In fact, he didn't get it replaced for years until he sold the house. Didn't need to. The damage was that light. Everybody else was burned to the ground. And it was simply because the cinders and sparks that went up in the air when they landed on the stone obviously didn't ignite anything. And he kept his gutters clean. And there were no real trees around, but he kept his gutters clean so there's no dust, no pollen, etc. Because it's surprising that some of that stuff actually is quite flammable. And if you don't,
I can believe it.
If you don't wash out your gutters and you don't get a lot of water in an area, because again, desert, canyon area, then of course your gutters are full of dust and so on and so forth. And you can actually harbor sparks and cinders that will light your house on fire. It just depends.
I'll definitely keep that in mind to clean my gutters.
Well, only if you're in the desert. I mean, if you're around here, you're probably fine. But
yeah,
you have enough rain.
New
to wash
England,
them out.
where everything's damp by default,
Which, for that matter, we're supposed to get snow tomorrow.
Yeah, man. You know what? I dodged a bullet because I was supposed to run a 5K tomorrow morning, and I didn't train. My friend and I decided this in September. I'm like, all right, dude, we're gonna run. I didn't run one fucking bit. I twisted my ankle one week, I got sick the other week, and it's just like, dude, it didn't happen. And then either work was really busy. I kept making excuses because I'm a schmuck. But I was being like, all right, you know what? I made a promise. I'm gonna do it. And then the snow warning came in. And we're like, all right, I guess not. We'll do the next one. So, bullet dodge.
Did he just text you that?
We texted that in the afternoon. We're like,
Nice.
Forecast is pretty confident. What?
We're getting 6 inches of snow.
Austin, Texas got snow. That's what's crazy.
I heard Houston's supposed to get some tomorrow too.
I believe it. I honestly would. It's the entire East Coast is going to get.
I mean, not that Boston or Houston qualifies as East Coast, but close enough.
Yeah,
Close enough.
Yeah. It's
from a certain point of view, maybe.
maybe that's a topic for another episode.
Does Texas qualify as an eastern state?
Let's argue about that, dude. It's totally east. Like it's right on the bottom.
It's right on the bottom. It's totally not that far south. It's mostly east. Right?
Yeah,
I can see.
It's like right next to Florida.
And people in Texas are like, "I will come shoot you." Like,
are people from Texas in this group?
This group is like 13,000 strong now.
13,000? Didn't this used to be 1,000 people back when you made it?
No, we didn't make it.
But wait, wasn't this? Isn't this a few years old? And it was like 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, damn, congratulations! Let's argue. You
13K.
They actually, let's argue when it was at 9,000 or 10,000 earlier this year. It got invited to the Facebook the Facebook get together or some bullshit. It's like
it was the Facebook conference.
There we are. Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah, you had to pay
Facebook
for your
conference.
own ticket, but you could go to Facebook headquarters and discuss
At the
improvements
time.
or other things.
At the time, I was an admin, and I could have went as an admin, but I decided not to because I basically relinquished my throne in order to basically
rejoin us as a peasant.
I see.
Well, I'm still a mod.
Okay, so he's a noble and we're the peasants. Fuck it.
Yes.
That's cool. I didn't know you were a mod.
I'd be down. Yeah, I'd be down to being a admin again, but I don't know if that will ever happen.
Alberico 2018. You heard it here first.
Aaron Ramon 2018, there we go.
Oh, Aaron Ramon. There we go.
Yeah.
Aaron Ramon, whatever.
Don't give out my identity. My name is Alex Jones.
And I'm gonna give you. Would you like some water?
What do you want, Lord?
Yeah, man. I could go for gay frogs, probably.
Cool. I'll just pee on them and they'll be gay.
That's super.
What do you want, Lord? Kill the child.
All right. So, back to August
boy.
Ames. I think it's time for some August Ames. This is an awful subject.
Subject.
This poor. Well, let's put it this way. This young woman decided that it was time to end her life after she was posting on social media, as many apparently adult performers, if you want to put it that way, do.
Adult film actresses.
Yeah,
porn stars.
Porn stars. But,
Way to put it out there, Tim.
Just cutting right to
Great
it.
job.
1, 2, 3.
One thing that Tim's about is that bullshit.
literally straight from like the industry to like the person who's promoting the industry to the layperson.
Presenting all perspectives here. Yeah.
All perspectives, yeah. So very important. I do not work for the porn industry, thank God. Unless they pay well, in which case hire me. Not as a performer.
You don't want to go there. Trust me.
I don't want to go there. Whoa, how would you know? How would you know?
Trust me.
I had a friend who followed a few.
I had a friend.
Roommates, if you will, who
Who
followed some porn stars who like would write about their exploits. Sasha Grey was her name.
That would be a very famous one, I'm sure.
Yep.
That sounds familiar.
She's actually she's got a real good head on her shoulder. She's presented. All right.
I'm sure she does every night.
I know I walked into that one.
Let's try that again, Tim. Let's try that again. Are you looking for a beer? There's a beer in there.
I'll find a beer in there.
There's a white ale, white cap. Drink it. It's specifically for you.
Thank you, my dude.
You're welcome.
So Sasha Grey, she's a smart cookie. You know, John, if you're still watching, I know you'll appreciate this.
This is the perfect
music. Sasha Grey has some interesting things to say and has presented an interesting book into what it means to be a porn star, like working in that industry.
Thank you.
So you know, it's important to keep. I'm trying to remember what my original point was.
I kind of got you with the Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, he caught me off guard.
It could have been the Monty Python theme. It's okay, or the Carol Burnett show.
But anyway, bringing it back. Yeah, that was a damn shame. I heard about what happened in August the other day.
Yeah, apparently after being bullied by SJWs, social justice warriors, and the gay or queer community, some portion of them, definitely not incriminating all of them because not all of them are at fault for sure, but some minority of them decided to bully the crap out of this poor woman with things like kill yourself or you don't deserve to live or yada yada yada.
Yeah.
After she publicly refused to do a gay scene with a man who had also done gay scenes. And so my understanding of this topic is that the reason she refused to do it was because the testing standards for regular porn stars and the testing standards for the gay porn stars that were going to be doing this with her were very much different, and that if they use a condom, the gay porn performers, shall we say, if they use a condom, that's considered a good enough method that they don't have to get tested for anything, like period. So you don't actually know if these people are clean or not. Whereas the porn stars have to go and get blood tests, swab tests, etc., etc. So what ended up happening was they bullied her after she refused to do such. She gave her reason. If I remember correctly, it's public. Yes, it was on her Twitter.
Right.
She gave the reason.
She basically said, I should get to choose who's in my body.
Which, for that matter, is anybody's choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who I decide to perform with. And basically, she got lambasted over it because she didn't want to perform with a specific person. It's not even that she was trying to basically bash the gay community. She was just saying
that one person.
It was just that one person.
I was going to say, even if she didn't like that person, if she liked that person as a person, she just didn't actually want to make a movie with that.
She was making a statement for the standards and expectations of that part of the industry.
Yeah.
Go
continue.
The thing I want to know that I haven't really looked into is August Ames' history. Well, not like that, but but you know, if she has cataloged history with depression, like I wasn't sure if this was an isolated incident that kind of led her over, or if it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. You know,
okay. I feel where you're coming from here because this is a question that's been asked. Absolutely.
From what I've heard, and I could be wrong on this matter, is that according to her friends who posted after her death, according to her friends, basically, she did have this history of mental illness beforehand. And I think it is, as you put it, the camel that broke this.
The camel that broke the straw's back.
I know what you're going for. Yeah. You know what? It's mental health is definitely an issue that should be talked more about, should be taken more seriously. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, what race you are, social class. It's a mental illness, and it's definitely something that shouldn't be stigmatized. And I feel bad that she felt compelled to take her life over.
Absolutely,
this incident.
The final solution to a very temporary problem is one of the things that I've read that I really agree with. Where it's something that is absolutely helpable. Again, if you ever feel that desire, like seriously, there is absolutely help available to you. Don't make a very
seek counseling. I go to counseling. I love it. It helps me basically stay sane.
There's Logic, the artist, put out this song called, with the song is the actual title of the song is the 1-800 number for the suicide line.
Good.
And it's all about,
I love that you know.
Is that like 1-800-766 or whatever it is? And it's
I don't know the full number, but look it up. It's a good song. It's got a good message. It's like
all good shit.
And he performed it at
1-800 right there. Boom.
I don't think it was the Grammys, but he performed it.
Yep.
1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255.
Yep.
If you ever have any issues or anything, and you feel that you can't talk to anyone,
You can talk to
you can
them.
talk to
for
them.
Sure. Believe me. Talk.
You know who used to be an operator for them?
Anthony
Nolan.
You know what? That man's a saint.
He is a saint.
Who's Anthony?
The next
Anthony is a great guy. We need to introduce you.
We need to introduce you.
He's amazing.
All right, cool.
He's studying.
Aaron and I actually went to school with Anthony Olensky, and this man has just always been an exemplary human being. And I owe him every beer he ever will drink in his life, but I owe him a beer right now just because I'm thinking of him.
The best graduation gift I actually got was from him.
Oh,
because
really?
he actually gave me his personal Bible. And
Wow.
he put it in my hands and he said,
Wow.
"Here, you know what? I know you're going on these dark and dangerous journey, basically.
Oh my God.
But just know that you can always come to me and you can always go to God." And,
I miss him.
And I remember that moment every day now. So
You know what? We're going to post on his page after this, and
Yeah.
we're going to let him know we're thinking of him because you know what? He's such an awesome person. I love him to death. So let's let him know. And maybe someday when he does come to Connecticut, it's rare trips. He is in the seminary at the moment. Maybe someday he will be able to join us here on Let's Argue, and we can have some serious fun because we're gonna have somebody.
This is all foreshadowing.
This is
Stuff
all
to
foreshadowing.
come. Season 2 of 2 Bros 1 Brew coming near you.
Frankly,
dude, it's happening.
It's probably gonna be 2018. Let's hit him up. He'll come to us
year by year. That makes sense. Yeah. That's the schedule that Always Sunny in Philadelphia runs on. Do the same thing.
Exactly.
It's a good show.
So I think we all here agree that the August Ames thing is a tragedy, and I really feel like the people. I just like to throw this out there. I really feel that the people that did push her into this, that gave her such scathing messages, should be prosecuted for it. Because quite frankly, when you literally come out and you tell somebody on a public forum like Twitter, you're worth nothing, I think you're a piece of crap or whatever, and you should kill yourself, and no one will ever feel bad about it, and I will be happy because of it.
Fuck them.
I feel like you should be prosecuted in court. I don't know
what's her
what
name?
should.
What's her name?
I know you're thinking of.
The girlfriend
I know
who
who you're
pushed
thinking
the
of.
guy to kill himself.
She's messed up.
Was she convicted of that?
She's in jail.
Good.
I think
she
that's
belongs
something
there.
along those lines.
She's only in there for like a year and a half or 2 years or something. But
I
that's
know
too
it's
bad in my world to be execution.
I know it's like a meme and everything.
You
the
took
whole
human
kill
beings'
yourself.
life.
The whole kill yourself
she
thing.
definitely needs to be penalized.
Heavily. Maybe not kill somebody. I may have gone too.
Sorry.
The whole kill yourself meme
is disgusting.
It's way out of hand.
I'm not a fan.
It's no longer ironic and funny like it was.
Yeah, it used to be with even with the cancer thing.
There was a
like,
time.
oh my god, it's cancer.
There
but
was
now
a time.
it's
This
like
post gave me cancer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now it's like it's a dead meme. There's better memes out there. Triple parentheses. A lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay.
That
took a leap.
Exactly.
Are a cyclical thing now.
Is this can you bring that up on the big screen so I can read it, please? Thank you. I absolutely agree. Alora, I believe it's pronounced. Oh my God, they really are, and she really is a psychopath, which explains my strong feelings.
Yeah.
You'll excuse some of the things I've said, but they really do evoke strong feelings.
That's the thing, though. It's crap. It shouldn't have been done.
Yeah.
The whole issue with a lot of these things nowadays, with the terminology of just go kill yourself, can actually lead to people thinking, okay, you know what? Nobody does care about me.
Absolutely.
And that's a horrible thing. I don't know if it should be brought to the whole prosecution, but it should be socially persecuted. Certainly. I think people who do that should be socially ostracized.
They should be as ostracized as Brock Turner has been. Because let's face it, we all know that Brock Turner, let's put it this way.
Oh, Brock Turner's out and he did it again.
God.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
For real?
For real. He did it again.
He apparently
He did it again?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
national attention? What?
When will this man accidentally fall into a wood chipper? Find out on the next Dragon Ball Z.
I wish. Tournament of Power. Akira Toriyama. Okay, let me tell you right now, Akira Toriyama. If you put Brock Turner in just as a random death, the only death in the tournament, I'd be fine with that. Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
so...
I'm not
this
gonna lie.
world, man.
I'm not gonna lie. And I'm the kind of guy who's like, all right, if the court doesn't have evidence, or there isn't enough evidence, or it's the wrong type of evidence, or it's mishandled, you can't convict somebody. And yet, if I was a juror on the Brock Turner case, I would be like, all right, look, I'm gonna tell the judge I have a problem with the fact that you didn't allow his testimony, but I still think he's fucking guilty as shit. So we're gonna convict the shit out of this guy. I'm sorry, I do have a problem with the one facet of that trial where they didn't allow his testimony, but I can understand why the judge made that decision. I'm not sure what this music has to do with Brock Turner. Excuse me.
Possibly nothing.
Probably nothing. It's puzzling, just like why he did what he did. But in all seriousness, though, my whole thought is, why did he think this was a good decision? I'm gonna hold off on my.
And that is the new empty beer alert.
This is the new empty beer alert.
This is the new empty beer alert.
Empty beer alert. It's come out. Okay.
So I will be grabbing a beer.
Okay, so we will be discussing the shittiness of Brock Turner while you're away.
And
yeah, fuck that guy.
Okay. So I think that in any case, Brock Turner should have been more heavily prosecuted than he was, as I think pretty much everybody agrees. I don't know about you, but I feel like his sentence was shitty. It wasn't enough.
I can't believe he's out.
Yeah,
this just happened.
I can't believe he got a shorter sentence. He should have gotten like 10 years. Let's be honest here. He should have gotten at least, what was minimum sentence for what he did? He didn't even get that.
Yeah,
Let's be frank.
He didn't.
He didn't even get
money talks. I think that. I think that definitely has something to do.
I know the judge. He's my grandpa.
Actually, really.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Totally ruining that fact.
He shows signs of remorse. Meanwhile, in testimony, yeah, I totally didn't do it. But we have video evidence, and we have like DNA evidence, fingerprint evidence. And so what? I didn't do it.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
We
know that you did it. We know that you're shit.
And we know that we fucking hate you.
Precisely.
Yep.
Not to get too far off. Would you please?
I'm now going to drink the Lucky Buddha.
There's a Buddha carved into the bottle in case you can't make it out.
Which is why you're involved.
It is the enlightened beer.
I'm going to be taking a sip of that. Now, I'm not sure much about this. I understand it's an East Asia produced beer. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably got a decent amount of rice in it. So it'll probably be dry.
I'm not a big sake fan or stuff with rice. I mean, that's just me.
Let's try it, though. It may be sweet and dry at the same time. Rice has some very interesting characteristics when it comes to beer. A lot of your big name lagers like Budweiser, etc., all have at least 5 to 10% rice in them. I know I enjoy a good glass of water once in a while, and by that I mean Miller Lite. Oh, that's got a nice rosy. May I?
I know what this is. Smell it. You'll recognize it.
Oh God!
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
It is cerveza.
Actually, it does not taste like cerveza.
It doesn't taste like it. It smells like it.
It smells like piss water from Mexico, but it doesn't taste like it. Taste that and tell me. That's got a coffee note to it. Tell me I am wrong. That has a slight coffee note to it. Slight. I said slight. That is not as clean as you would think it would be.
I don't know. You sold it to me as a thing of piss water with a hint of coffee.
It's not. It's not. Sounds like the cup of coffee you get from fucking 7-Eleven at like 6 in the morning. That's weird.
The funny thing,
I like it.
The funny thing
good.
is it actually tastes like a good Corona.
Yeah.
It, honestly, and I hate Corona. I don't taste Corona in that in the least. I actually like that. I don't know why I like that. I probably won't like it the next time I try it, but right now it tastes pretty good. All right, so we're moving on from Brock Turner. What was our next take? Was it Infinity War?
Our next hot take is going to be the Infinity War trailer, which I got some theories.
All right, look.
This makes my penis the big penis.
Infinity War is going to be one of the most expensive movies ever made, and going to be probably going to set a bunch of records. It already broke one.
Absolutely.
The most viewed trailer ever within 24 hours. That's incredible. You know what? To make a comparison, the Avengers 2 trailer garnered, I think the number was 84 million views around now. And Infinity War has something like 87.
You know why?
The last Star Wars movie that came out, not the one that's coming out, but the Force Awakens trailer got like 110 or something, and they had the trailer for a little while, and Infinity War blew them out of the water.
You know why?
Yeah,
you know why? Iron Spider-Man.
That was a big. Yeah.
Guardians meet Thor.
Yep.
I'm ready for Guardians.
Thanos.
Yep.
Thanos.
Tony Stark looking like he's gonna die.
Captain's
beard.
Being all.
Captain's
Captain
beard.
with the beard. Captain with the beard. With
Captain's
the beard.
beard.
Aaron with
the
the
Vision
beard.
being human.
With the beard.
There's so much to digest with the Infinity War trailer, but there's endless levels of hype. You're gonna have over 60 Marvel characters that we've seen from the movies.
Now, are all of them previously introduced, or are there a few that are new?
There will be a few that are new, but pretty much all of them will be the ones from the previous movies.
You got Ant-Man.
10 years.
You got Wasp.
Black Panther.
Captain America. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier.
Dude, it's going to be a long list. The Guardians.
All of them.
You know what? I got it. Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye. You have Spider-Man. You have the Hulk. You have Thor, Loki. Maybe Odin makes a cameo. Lady Sif? I don't know.
I hope so. She's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
She's hot. Lady Sif.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Wong. Vision. Scarlet Witch.
That was a good movie.
It was.
That
was a great movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, you mentioned the Guardians, Ant-Man, Thanos. Thanos is going to have a few compatriots with him. Who are in the comics. I can't name them. But they exist.
Loki, the one that makes a deal with Loki.
Yep. There's also
Hela. Hela's going to be in it.
Hela will be in it. I think she'll be Thor's girlfriend. What's up? Not Thor, but Thanos.
Thanos, because she's taking Death's place.
I think so.
There you go.
Who else is in it?
Oh my god! Kill my fucking good beer. Why don't you? I don't care.
Let's do some theories.
It's good, right? It's good shit.
Who we might see in it? Like theories. Like let's throw people out there. And
we're gonna get to the end, and we're gonna have Joss Whedon's goatsy.
Dude, you're talking about.
And the Serenity crew will be in the center of his anus.
You're talking about the best character. You're talking about the best character in the Marvel universe, right there.
That is the Marvel universe.
Let's talk about consequences here. Listen, that Marvel is wrapping up storylines that they've been building for over the past decade. They're making ways for something new. All of the Marvel movies have been.
It's slightly hurting my heart because all that nostalgia from when I was getting older, like as a early teen, and Marvel actually became good from. Okay, yep. Can we just say the first Hulk movie and before that just sucked dick?
Shit.
It was crap.
Yeah,
it
Marvel
was legit
hasn't
crap.
always had winners.
And then you had Iron Man, and from there everything just went boop 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 straight up. And then like,
okay, straight Iron Man, Thor.
The first Thor.
I don't think it was good.
Well, you're wrong.
First Thor was fine.
You're wrong.
Thor 3, Thor Ragnarok.
Yo, Thor Ragnarok I would.
Thor Ragnarok.
I would put that in my top 5.
Was dope. I think I would.
I'm sorry.
too.
I think
I'd
the
be
first Thor
inclined.
movie was one of the best movies, but it's right next to
Thor-
Captain America, which I didn't see for years.
Captain,
I saw all these years after they came out.
Captain
Okay,
America has a good
So,
trilogy. 1, 2, and 3.
5 best. 5 best. We're gonna name them. 5 best.
All right.
Wait, I'll be last. It's okay. But I'm gonna need another beer
start.
because empty beer alert! Oh my God, we have an empty beer. What are we gonna do? Here we go. Here we go.
Wait.
Here we go. Here we go.
May I make it? May I make a
No, can you-
proposal? Do you want to have mine?
Are
The
you
white
not gonna-
ale. It's only because my stomach feels like it's gonna burst.
No. Oh, okay. If you're not gonna be able to finish it, then I'll just pour it in here.
There we go.
Are you sure you're good though?
I'm good.
Okay, I don't want you to
Problem.
not be able to drive.
Okay, number 1
Oh, thank you.
Marvel
Look at this
movie,
foam.
in my opinion, Guardians of the Galaxy.
My
you know what?
boy.
I'd even.
My boy.
I might
That's my
agree.
number 2.
I still gotta sell my rankings, but Guardians of the Galaxy would be like my top 2 or 3.
Number 2,
I get some more.
Oh, thank you.
Doctor Strange.
Really,
Oh.
Doctor Strange that high?
Yo,
That's
Doctor
cool.
Strange was amazing.
Doctor Strange
Number
was good.
3.
He was like Magic Iron Man in
Number
terms of
3.
like the plot
Number 3,
That was stupid.
and character.
Thor Ragnarok.
Of all things.
I'm gonna put that at number 3
Okay,
because I loved it so much.
cool.
That's fine.
Number 4, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
You know what? Yeah.
I think it's the
Alright.
best movie out of all of them.
Okay.
I could accept that.
Number 5, the original Avengers.
All right. Nice lineup. I can dig it.
Spider-Man: Homecoming comes in at number 6 for me. I know you're gonna put that at like number
Yeah,
1, 2,
alright.
3, 4, or
That's because
5.
you're talking
Nah.
about literal Spidey here.
It's all right. Spider-Man is always I love that guy. I've collected Spider-Man comics since I was 12, so I have a history with the character. So yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming would be in my top 5. I think they nailed the spirit of the character. It was a great, funny movie. And after people were like, "Oh, he's being rebooted again," like motherfucker.
I mean, the
but,
first
it
Spider-Man
lived up
movies
to
were
it.
crap.
yeah,
And you know, I think the best scenes were with him and just Edward Norton just talking.
Just talking.
Just talking.
you're thinking of Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Why the fuck do I say Edward Norton?
Because we were talking about Hulk. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, I wasn't sure if you were making a joke or if it's like,
You're all right. You got
Alright.
this. Go
The
on. back
lucky
in there.
Buddha
Get back
isn't
in there.
making me that lucky right
Yeah.
now.
in what universe do I live in where I'm saying the Vulture is one of my favorite Marvel movie villains? It's pretty wild.
It's the craziest thing because
Yeah.
you think that like Amazing Spider-Man had a great premise by introducing like the lizard and
They fucked it up. But yeah, you know what? I do have a soft spot for the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but I can't really say they're.
but the Spider-Man movies by Sam Raimi, 1 and 2 at least,
Yeah.
2 especially.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2 is a good movie.
Yeah.
Just I thoroughly enjoy it. It's probably one of my all-time Marvel favorites. But for the top 5 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, they have to be in no particular order: Spider-Man: Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Thor: Ragnarok.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Captain America: Civil War.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then
Oh, okay.
it'd either be I want to say either Iron Man 1.
Don't say
or-
3.
No,
I'm the Mandarin.
In Mandarin, I'm a
They
British
should've just
Arab
done the
who
fucking-
loves
Hello,
drink.
I'm the Mandarin.
You should have done the fucking
I'm the
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
The real one.
The real one would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was,
I think the first half of the film before they really got to
Yeah.
that reveal was actually pretty good.
What with the Mandarin?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Where
the
the
first
Mandarin
half of the
seemed
film
like
was
a serious-
great, and then after that, it's I'm gonna shoot these bodyguards. And
It
take this
could have
guy 'cause it's
been-
like he's weird.
it could have been Iron Man's Winter Soldier, basically.
Literally,
yeah.
could have been
But you know what?
especially with all the suits coming at the end, where like that was not enough to redeem it, but it could have been good
Yeah.
because they could have changed the setting to be better.
Yeah,
no,
you know
no,
what?
to
I'll
finish
even,
Tim's thought.
yeah, that's my 5th one. Iron Man 1. That's it.
All right, and now you're here.
Oh wait, no. Avengers.
I'll
Iron Man 1 gets 6th.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my top 5, but I'm gonna add one as an honorable mention.
One.
So number 1, all right, has to be the very first Marvel movie I actually went to see, or had the chance to see. I actually wanted to see other ones like Thor, but I never had the opportunity to at the time. I got to see
The Incredible.
No, no, I went to see the original Avengers as my number 1. And it was so good. I believe you were there, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was such a good movie, and it made such an impression on me. And I was just so blown away about what Marvel had become that I couldn't understand why I hadn't seen the other ones until I went to the library and got the original Hulk and like the original Iron Man, and then realized, wow, these really fucking sucked. So the original Avengers is my number 1. Number 2 definitely is Doctor Strange. It really was just such a different tone.
It was
for the Marvel franchise, and I really enjoyed the mysticism. One of the big things growing up for me was Halo, the Halo series of video games.
Halo.
And Halo 2, I started with Halo 2, then played Halo 1, and then went to 3. And the mysticism in 2 that actually is much higher in 1, because you're on an alien ring and you don't know where the fuck you are in space, but holy crap, this shit's really cool.
3 I think brought it just more mainstream, to be honest with you.
I will both agree and disagree with that topic, but this is a topic for another time.
Yeah. We will discuss that next stream.
We'll discuss this
Halo 2.
Stream.
This beer is shit.
Are you really gonna dump it? Oh my god!
Wow.
I'm not even gonna bother to
because it turns into Corona after more.
Oh fuck that! It turns into Corona.
My friend John commented his top 5 Marvel movies.
Can we come back to that?
Oh yeah,
I'm in the middle of mine.
John, we'll talk about that.
So, Avengers 1, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. Honestly, Guardians of the Galaxy number 1 and Doctor Strange are heavily tied for me. The only reason that Doctor Strange gets the slight edge is because of the mysticism, and really, frankly, I'm doing myself a disservice. I really should be switching them, but fuck it. Guardians was just such a good movie. Every emotion, feel-good movie. All the characters heavily balanced.
Really fucking funny.
Very funny. Really, frankly, the best franchise, in my opinion, that other than Avengers that has come forward so far. Avengers had humor and seriousness and everything else. Guardians' big point was, we're in space. This is Star Wars, except we're going to make it fucking funny, except we're not going to make it ironic like Spaceballs. Literally, that is Guardians of the Galaxy. And I loved it because it was irreverent. And I felt like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I gave Guardians of the Galaxy 1 like a straight 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 got like a good 9.5 because it just didn't have the same edge, and I kind of didn't expect the same edge, but
which I think made it good.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was very good, but it just didn't have the same feel, which is fine. They can't do the same feel in every movie. But okay, so my number 4 movie, that's a real throw up, but I'm gonna throw it to Winter Soldier, just because that movie, the time period and the political upheaval at the time in not only our own country but other places, it just fucking fit, like to the point where people are sitting in the movie theater. I went to see this movie 3 times, and 2 out of 3 times people are having political discussions during the movie. Including me and a couple of our friends. Like the first 2 times I saw it were because we went from one movie and we immediately snuck into the next movie.
Boy.
We literally went from it's the 8 to 11 showing. All right, let's go to the 11 to 2 showing. It was crazy. It was worth that time. And I think my number 5 movie that's really up in the air. I love the Iron Man movies just because of the humor, etc. We have what do we have? Hulk, Spider-Man. I'm not really big on. What other movies am I missing here? The Avengers. We have the second Avenger movie.
Ant-Man.
I have yet to see Ant-Man in its entirety. Ragnarok was very good. Wait a minute. So there was Thor. What was Thor 2?
Dark World.
Dark World, which I saw. I thought it was decent, but not great.
I think there was one
Ragnarok?
part, the one part where
Was the
Loki
recent one?
and Thor are in
Was
the
Ragnarok the recent one?
Yep.
Yes,
I have not seen it.
Okay.
I meant
it's
I meant
great.
to.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, I meant to see it, and I haven't had the chance to. It's just like Dunkirk, which is not a Marvel movie.
Marvel Studios Dunkirk.
Snake, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
But seriously, my fifth Marvel movie. What am I missing here, guys? What did you guys name? We had what else am I missing? I guess I'll go with Guardians 2, just because I can't think of something else to wrap it up with.
Okay.
And I'm sure I would change that later. Guardians 2 was still a very enjoyable movie. The soundtrack was so good. I really appreciate the fact that they took a couple of songs that would have been forgotten otherwise from the artist, specifically Lakeshore Drive. The man, apparently one of the band members was on his deathbed, and the director went to see this band and was like, we really want to use your song in our movie. And he's like, nobody knows our song anymore. And he's like, I can change that. To me, that meant a lot, especially since I love that song, and I'd only heard it once or twice in my life, and I always wondered what it was, and it was always up here somewhere. And then once it was in the movie, I freaked out. Ask Aaron. I went to the second showing. I've seen both Guardians movies 3 times. They're just that good. Frankly, that movie probably comes in as my number 5.
Awesome. Word.
So what's next? Are we
John Gallaty
yes.
would like to say his number 1 was
Glenn.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 2 was Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yep, that's a good one.
3 was
Avengers.
Avengers. 4 was Captain America Civil War.
That was a fun one.
And 5 was Iron Man by default.
You know, I really should have said Captain America as my 5th, because the original Captain America was just so good. Just an addendum.
I was a fan of like all 3 Captain America movies.
I love all 3, but number 1.
Yeah.
Imagine what it was before you saw the other 2. Like when you saw it in theaters, you were just kind of blown away by how good Captain America in World War II was. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was just that good. So what else do we have to discuss tonight? We have Last Jedi theories. We have WWE Survivor Series. What do you guys want to discuss?
Aaron, you're the head.
Yeah,
honcho, so.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it to you because we're running this off of your computer.
I think we're probably going to end the show shortly.
Okay.
Just
so
because
no more topics for now. We'll
think
come back
that next week.
Next week,
we will be discussing the big theories on
there's still 8
on the
days
Last Jedi.
Well, technically, as of today, 12/25. There's now 7 days.
Here's what we're gonna
Jedi.
do.
So we could
Here's
do
what
it
we're
the
gonna
day
do.
before.
That's
We
right.
could do this the
WWE
day before.
Should we
Okay.
close this episode out?
Here's the first thing. WWE Survivor Series. I have 2 things to say. The Shield should not have beaten the New Day, and Roman Reigns sucks. Bam.
Aaron just wants to see Bailey's. Never mind.
Roman Reigns.
No, Bailey. Bailey's my girl.
Bailey.
Hey.
She has Bay in her name.
Ooh. Ha.
Bay.
I want to know if you be my girl. I love that. I love her so much.
I just want John Cena.
Her
And the
ass
reason
is
I-
amazing too.
I just want to meet John Cena, and the reason why I want to meet John Cena is frankly because of a strange internet commercial I heard once.
I want to meet
sure
John
about
Cena
that?
because he's done over
Wow, that was
400 or
loud.
500
Well done.
Make-A-Wish requests. That's fucking
Yo,
dope.
He's good.
he was literally on the fucking Chew episode today that my mom was watching on ABC at like 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. before I went to work, and he shows up and he's in a suit, and they're just like, "Oh, you're in a suit," and he's like, "I mean, I could tear it off, but I'm not going to," which is that's some good humor. But my point is just that, like, the whole time they're talking about, like, oh, you wanted to learn Mandarin, so you fucking learned Mandarin. Oh, you wanted to learn to play the piano. And he's like, well, I'm not good at either one of them, but I decided to. And he's just like, I encourage anybody who wants to do anything to just do it regardless of whether you're any good. He's a former U.S. Marine, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I've heard that. Yep.
He's not just that, but like literally every time that I hear about this man, it's good news. Like, be this man, do what he does. Like,
he's a good
be
guy.
as good as him. Like, I literally just want to meet him just to shake his hand. Like,
He's
I'd love to give him one of my brews someday when I'm a real brewing company.
He is a good guy.
Absolutely.
And I think he just plays himself in the ring now.
You know what?
And I think that's a good thing for him.
I agree. And you know what? I don't care if he wins or loses anything. I just as soon be happy to see him.
But the number one wrestler of all time
is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin 316 says, I just kicked your ass. And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Classic.
Boom.
That's a classic. You know, the only thing I will say is that growing up, I was never big into WWE, but the name I always knew was, besides Stone Cold, was The Undertaker. So
Yeah,
I think I respect Stone Cold, and I think he will always be head to head with The Undertaker.
You know, The Undertaker just
here in my
like
head.
always like
I just love his show. I don't care if he wins or loses.
Stone Cold always got his ass handed to him about The Undertaker,
Did
which
he
I think
really?
it's a feat.
Okay.
He always
Like-
did that like
because
downward drop or whatever.
It was the tombstone.
Yeah,
He would do the tombstone. But
See,
here's
you
the
would
thing.
know.
Here's the thing. The tombstone, he would do it like every time, and he Stone Cold, I think, won a few matches against Undertaker, but the Undertaker would always have Kane just automatically just come in and just like
Run a line on him.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it was.
hey,
over.
here's my brother. He has a mask. He doesn't feel good about himself. Damn, go kill him. All right,
Was
good
that
job,
really
Kane.
what went on with Kane? I'm uninformed.
Yeah, he had a.
He was just like, I don't feel good about myself. We're gonna get you a mask and we're gonna put you in WWE. And then all of a sudden, this guy felt good about himself and made a couple mil. Is that what happened?
Well, here's the thing.
No, that
The
is a
story,
happy
the
ending.
story goes
Mm.
that his face was deformed in a fire,
Oh
where
my
his
god!
father tried to kill him.
Of
That's
course.
his backstory.
Of course, is that? I hope that's not the truth.
And then he basically
Shit.
became the demon,
I'm okay with
and
this.
is basically his whole family forsaken him
Mm.
until the Undertaker was
Forsaken him.
basically like,
The
you're pretty chill.
Undertaker had decided to take him under his wing.
My master says otherwise.
Said Cicero. Oh my god!
Shining,
I hope
gleaming, oh so shiny.
the Night Mother bids you good night. Oh my god! I really hope the mic is picking this up right now. We have
Yes.
our good mic, which is very clearly right the fuck here.
The blue.
Snowball, which sounds like Aaron.
I love you. I love you so much. I just have this one line of ASMR to just say, remove kebab. That was perfect. I said I just have this one line of ASMR. What the fuck are you trying to do?
I don't know.
Why is ASMR
drunk.
trending? Like that's a newer thing.
It's a topic for another day.
Another
I
episode.
kind of get where they're coming from. Speaking of next week, we will be covering the sexual assault allegations. I will be giving my
This will be fun.
review of Star Wars: The Last Jedi because
It won't be out by the time we do ours on
oh
Thursday.
yeah, shit, yeah.
It will be one day short.
You'll
Unless you
have
come on
what
Saturday.
you'll have the day before predictions.
Yes, but we will be going in a deep dive
Okay.
into the sexual allegations. Probably going to be covering the entire episode on that subject.
All right. Oh, very important subject. Very important subject. May I interrupt? Next week is why you should tune in. And I know no one is watching this right now, but next week is why
We
you
have
should
one
tune
viewer.
in. And
We have
more,
one live viewer, and we will also be having viewers on YouTube. We have an average about 100 people.
do we
viewing.
really? Wow. Okay. Well, anybody who is going to be tuning in on YouTube,
Hello, YouTube.
hello YouTube.
YouTube Rewind sucked.
To you guys, we love you. But more
We love the
importantly-
creators. We don't like the company.
I'll wait.
Yeah, man.
I'll wait. All right. But more importantly is next week, while I can't guarantee a special guest, I'm gonna work on it. I may have someone who can come. We're gonna discuss with them. It depends on some college finals, and he may be a returning special guest.
I know who
are we
this
talking
is.
about?
You have no clue.
You have no clue. You've never met
Yeah.
him. He's a
He
great guy.
may be from our first episode, but I have to discuss with him. Don't get your hopes up.
His name may start with
We may
Thew.
We may know
it
him
may
as
start with Tam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Thew Tam. That's his new full name.
You know, he's gonna want to hit you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hit him right back because that's the bottom line.
And
Because Stone Cold said so.
45 degrees.
but more importantly, if you go back to a certain person from our first episode, he may be coming back for a visit, and the next time that he is on the stream, whether it is this episode, the next episode, so on and so forth, he may have a very important announcement because we may change how many bros and brews we have in this. We have to discuss. This will be very important. But more importantly than that little Easter egg that you just got is the fact that next week, former admin Aaron and I will be doing some
I like to call myself the Prometheus of admins because I gave this live stream to you all. This is the fire that Prometheus gave the humans.
Are you done?
Oh, I thought you were going.
Are you done?
No.
The Alien movie prequel.
No.
That no one asked for.
No one asked for this live stream either.
Oh, wait. Are you two idiots done?
No.
Never.
Go on.
All right. More importantly,
Never.
You know what reminds More importantly,
now
we
that
have
finally made it. This next week is going to be Christmas.
It's going to be Christmas.
My
We are
good
getting,
friends and brother and bro Aaron here. We're going to be giving him a Christmas gift. It's actually in this room, but he can't see it. Shut up. He can't see it at the moment, and he's going to be bringing me a Christmas gift. But more importantly, we're going to be doing an unboxing. So you'll be able to enjoy watching him get fucked with, because I'm gonna fuck with his packaging. So I'm gonna
fuck with this package.
It might take him 20 minutes. Yeah, what?
You just got that.
I actually got it sooner, but I was gonna try and get my point across.
That was a joke.
I'd like to throw something else out there, just while I still have the microphone, the blue snowball, all the blue snowballs, all the blue balls. Aaron and I did grow our beards out for No Shave November, but unfortunately got a late start because of work. We actually didn't even manage to look at the calendar until like the first week of November. So we're actually going until next week to make sure that we really catch up and get our full allotment of time.
I just started growing my beard for the past week. I didn't plan this.
I will be. That's just called poor grooming habits.
Yeah, man.
I feel like my laugh fluctuates from like a weird to like Seth Rogen
Well, you might be right, but you're also more drunk tonight than you normally would be.
True.
Because we've been out and about gallivanting. Outside of the compound tonight, we decided to go out and be around normies. Just for. I really was, though. That was the kind of experience I had.
My heart skipped a beat right there.
But we did it to make sure that we could not only enjoy some good food, but also so that
infiltrate the chats.
Indeed, we wanted to infiltrate the chads. So, what did we learn tonight, gentlemen? I learned that older waitresses like bigger tips.
We need to fund a lot of things here on the program. In order to help fund us, in order to fund these programs, I will start my shilling. So call me Shillery Clinton. But we are we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/2bros1brew.
Patreon?
We do have a Patreon. We are also going to be having another special project coming up. There'll be probably another link in the description.
I haven't even been told what this special project is. I don't fucking know.
You know what it is. It's something that we've been working on for a while.
Okay, so that means
They're
that
being
he's
big
been
about
working
it
on it and he hasn't told
to
me yet.
increase the hype.
It's something that we have been working on for a while, and that we
Wow.
haven't thought about doing anything with it, but we've been writing it for a while.
I'm really drunk and I don't remember this.
But you can also go to our YouTube channel, our book. You can also go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/channel/whatever the fuck that is. Just click on the link.
Absolutely. This is going to be something you're very much interested in, by the way, now that I've suddenly remembered because I've been told.
Forcibly
much.
reminded.
I've been forcibly reminded. You heard it here first, folks.
But to finish us off, I'd like to just say that we will be making predictions of the Last Jedi theories on our...
Gonna be cool. If I could make one, since I won't be on the next
make
episode.
one now. Make one now.
I'm gonna be very...
Let's all make...
on the next
This
episode.
I have not looked into anything. There's no
Smoke
spoilers.
weed
It's just
every
pure
day.
conjecture. I'm just gonna be very sad when Luke dies. It's gonna suck, but I'm bracing myself because I know it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna laugh when this whole series fails and gets deleted because Disney didn't repay its loans. I'm sorry, what? No, I meant my real predictions for what this was. Yeah.
I'm gonna be really...
Stuff's gonna happen. Sorry.
You're gonna be so mad when Rey becomes a member of the dark side.
Dude, that'd be interesting. Rey turns dark and then Kylo
I think
Ren
here's the
becomes
thing.
light.
Here's the thing. I think it's gonna be that she was left behind by Han Solo and a mistress. That's my current theory onto her parentage.
That'd be interesting. I think
I have two theories with that. I have one theory, which I think it's going to be, which is going to be Han Solo and Leia. My other theory is that it's Han Solo and a mistress. I have a third theory, which is what I really want to have happen, just so that it brings in the expanded universe. I really want a whole Luke Skywalker, Mara Jade situation, and I really want that to have
redheads dominating the galaxy.
And finally, the prediction I wish would happen.
Something in your glass. Get some water.
all right.
It's bad luck to toast without anything.
The
in your
thing
glass.
I
Even
wish-
if it's the dregs, you have to do something.
True.
The thing I wish would happen.
Aaron,
I don't have anything in my glass. It's
I
bad luck.
was gonna give you water, asshole.
I'm gonna get my own water. I don't want your drill.
He worries too much. I only have AIDS.
I don't want you to get hepatitis B too.
Is that actually passable by spit? I don't fucking
Never tell me no.
Never told me no, says the pharmacist. Almost pharmacist.
Here's the thing. Here's my theory
I'll
that
return.
I wish would happen. It's the Luke Skywalker Mara Jade. But what I wish even more.
Yeah.
What I wish even more.
Is
Can I get a drum roll? Drum roll. Is that Rey is the secret daughter of the child of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Padme Amidala.
Obi-Wan and Padme?
They had time on that ship.
But Padme died.
I'm talking about before. Remember when Anakin just went off and on his own, and basically they were left alone?
Yes. Okay. So, my response to that is I do think Rey could be like Obi-Wan's granddaughter or something like that. That was a theory I thought, because it's like the obvious one is, oh, she's Luke's daughter. Right. How do we subvert that? Obi-Wan's granddaughter, so she has a strong connection to Luke spiritually. I don't know if Obi-Wan and Padme would be a thing, but if you call that successfully, I'll do something crazy. We'll do a special episode of 2bros1brew where I drink a whole
It'll be
thing.
two
Empty beer.
assholes, one anime.
Two assholes. That's a great spin-off idea.
But empty beer alert. Okay, you know what? I will do it once more because we are reaching the end of our episode. Actually,
I'll be right back. But you guys need to continue. Empty beer alert.
It's bad, man. But yes,
it won't load on my phone, so I snake.
That was an uncanny impression.
I'll be right back. I need beer.
All right, but yes, Star Wars: Last Jedi. I'm hoping it's the Tits McGee.
The Tits McGee.
Yeah, man. I think it'll be great. Hopefully blow us away. Not disappoint anybody too much, if at all. Rey, I want to be your own character, but also I'm really curious. The thing that I think would piss people off is if she has like zero connection with anyone. She's just like some random girl.
But I think that would make it actually really good.
Maybe.
But then again, this trilogy is the continuation of the Skywalker legacy.
That's the thing, right? It's all about the freaking Skywalkers, at least for the main trilogy. They're gonna.
What about the Groundwalkers? That's what I want to know. What about the real people?
Dude, that's the spin-off trilogy that's gonna start.
Damn straight. I want just fucking
dude, not Skywalker Ground Flyer.
Ground Flyer. So Poe Dameron.
Oh shit.
I just want to hold just Poe Dameron and Finn.
There's a Poe Dameron comic.
Whoa, you actually want the two of them to be together?
Yes.
I'd be fine with that.
I can't support that. I'm sorry.
What? They'd be great co-pilots.
Yeah. Co-pilots, or are you talking like a gay relationship? Because I really feel like
I'm talking co-pilots.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm talking like the whole Han Chewie kind of thing, not the whole like Han Chewie hentai type of thing.
I really mean the hentai.
Wow, really? You really think Wookiees have tentacles down there?
Yes. Have you ever seen the Life Day movie? You'd be surprised at what the fuck they do.
This isn't the visual I wanted.
This is exactly the visual.
What? Okay. Everybody on who's watching this in retrospect, go to look up Star Wars Life Day celebration, and you'll see the weirdest shit I'll ever know.
Beer?
Yeah, man.
Do you remember this old beer?
I do.
Kevin is now pouring himself a Sam Adams cherry wheat by the illustrious Sam Adams with fresh blend by the New England Cider Company.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Wow, wonderful. And
because cherry cider would be awesome.
Here's the great thing. We are finishing our episode.
All right, so we are back, and what I was about to say was I have several theories for what is going on with The Last Jedi. My thought process currently is that the possibility of Rey being either Luke or Obi-Wan's daughter or granddaughter or whatever. I kind of hope not, but we'll have to see.
She could even be Luke's daughter and Obi-Wan's granddaughter.
I mean, one never knows. And frankly, I'm afraid of what's going to happen if and when they decide to do that. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think it's the worst thing ever. And from that point of view, I really, really hope that they don't destroy the whole Star Wars with worrying about relationships or even the love thing. Like honestly, like leave everybody alone. Let them all separate and develop as characters. You can do it in the third movie where you throw somebody together with somebody else. But if, God forbid, they decide to throw somebody together now, it's going to look like shit.
Yeah.
That's my take. But they said, but they did just say that this is going to be the longest Star Wars movie ever. It's going to be like more than 2.5. I heard it was going to be almost 3.
Yeah, or it might have been 2:40.
It's going to be like stupid long. And
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sit through it because I'm going to have to pee. Even if I go in there dehydrated, like eating salt, I'm going to have to pee. So all I'm going to say is, like, I don't know if I'm going to see the whole thing the first thing through. So I'll have to see it a couple times. But guess what? You're going to hear about it here the first time over one of these. And this has been a great stream. So I'd like to thank you guys.
And I'd like to thank our special guests for the evening, Tim.
I'd like
Thank
to
you
thank
guys
him
for
as well.
having me. It's been an honor. An honor. If
Tim?
I'm talking to you.
Tim, I'd like to personally, as I know Aaron would, but I'd like to invite you back, and I have an idea for this segment right now. I think we'll talk about off stream, but I really want to have you back,
Yeah.
and I really think this is going to turn into a great thing. So guys, I hope that you get used to seeing Tim, and you get used to seeing Aaron. And I hope you get to see our first special guest, that Easter egg from before. Don't forget about it.
Lots to look forward to.
There's so much to look
It's
forward
going to
to.
be super duper.
So Tim, I highlighted a line on your screen, which I would like you to read.
Yeah, we'd like you to read that one right there.
So,
So we're going to read the first two, and you're
Yeah.
up for number 3, okay?
and
As always, my name is Aaron.
And I'm Kevin.
and this is 2 Bros, 1 Brew.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
cheers. Word
Skål.
to Big Bird.
You know, this is
Word to Big Bird.
this has been so good. This has been so great. You know, like
It's been a thrill.
Tim, I really appreciate you coming in here.
It's been a ride.
And you know, this
As
is
I just wanna put this out
Oh.
there. Hashtag don't neuter the robots.
don't neuter the robots.
You like 2
Don't do
bros? You like 1 brew? Bam! 2 bros, 1 brew. Brooklyn pizza.
You know, do that again.
2B, 1B.
Do that again, but end it with don't neuter the robots.
2B or 1B.
You like bros? You
You
like
like
brews? Bam! Don't neuter the robots. There we
Boom.
go.
You don't neuter the
Hashtag
robots, guys.
don't
You see
neuter
this?
them. Don't neuter them.
Don't
Don't do
neuter
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'd like to give a shout out before we end this. I'd like to give a shout out to John Gallatley. I'd like to give a shout out to Drew Brekus, and go up, please, if you don't mind. I'd like to see. I'd like to shout out
To Elora SB,
Elora
who is
SB.
a
Thank
friend of
you.
mine.
Thank you,
Thank
Alora
you.
SB, for hopping in this. I don't remember if we've seen you before now. I feel like it hasn't been enough. Please come back.
Thank you
And
for Dan
Carroll, because you're always here, and because you always give us some damn good questions, even if sometimes they're obnoxious, because we love you, bud. So come back, please, and watch us again. We love you. This has been
Amen.
2 Bros, 1 Brew, and we'll see you again for next week for Christmas.
I'm gonna
Ciao.
have the beer shits tomorrow.